gonna be Franklin's first taste of the ocean.
I was super excited because it was our first beach trip.
Hi, baby.
In this moment, Laura Imschweiler thought she was filming the beginning of her new life.
Here's like the man who I've loved for so long, and here's our baby, and here we are together.
There you go, buddy.
Her husband, Tom, a landscape architect from Pennsylvania, introducing their 4-month-old son, Franklin, to the ocean on the North Carolina coast. It was July 2018, their first family vacation.
We were just excited to be able to have this moment as a family.
Franklin had been sick that week with a virus, but he was recovering, and his pediatrician approved the trip.
How you doing, buddy?
But less than 24 hours later, Laura's new life would come to an end. It happened in the middle of the night.
I wake up to Tom holding Franklin, telling me to wake up. Laura, wake up. Something's not right with Franklin. You have to wake up. And I jumped out of bed.
Franklin was unresponsive. Laura's sister and brother-in-law, Mike, a former EMT, were asleep downstairs.
I just immediately screamed for everyone to get up. Mike, I was calling for Mike.
It was 3:30 a.m. Mike rushed upstairs, helping Tom perform CPR on Franklin's tiny body. The baby barely had a pulse.
I cannot process what was happening.
You couldn't even call 911.
I could not even call 911.
Your sister did for you.
Okay, we have like a 4.5-month-old. He got up in the middle of the night, and the parents are currently doing CPR. He went limp.
Tom said Franklin was fussy, so he'd gotten up to give him a bottle, then propped him against a pillow on the couch.
He went into the kitchen for a few minutes. He came back, and Franklin was facing down in the couch.
And how did he look to you?
He just looked lifeless.
Paramedics arrived within minutes. Franklin was airlifted to a hospital in Virginia. Scans of the baby's head showed severe brain swelling and bleeding, and there was blood behind his eyes. 3 symptoms known as the triad, once believed to be proof of shaken baby syndrome, also known as abusive head trauma. But over the years, science has proven there are other possible causes for those 3 symptoms, leading to a growing national debate over the shaken baby diagnosis. Doctors also noticed Franklin had a healing rib fracture. A child abuse pediatrician said it all added up to one thing: violence. Police were called.
And we're not saying you're a bad person, you did anything on purpose, but something happened.
Doctors told investigators that Tom's story made no medical sense. They interrogated him for hours.
Okay, but we need you to be honest right now.
I'm trying.
Because if you did it on purpose, that's a whole other ballgame.
Even for one moment, did you think, what did Tom do?
No.
Never once?
Never once.
Police spoke with Laura, too, insisting Tom had hurt their baby.
This is not accidental. We're past that. And I know that's hard to accept, but this is not accidental.
I'm sorry. I refuse to believe.
The people in the white coats, the doctors, they were saying this has to have happened through abuse. They're telling you
They got it wrong. I kept saying that over and over.
Nothing of this sort was intentional.
So you're disagreeing with the doctors?
I was disagreeing until I was blue in the face. You're wrong. You don't know the home that he grew up in and the family that surrounds him with love. You're telling me my son was abused. That's bull.
6 days later, 4-month-old Franklin Imschweiler died in his mother's arms.
I just wanted to hold on to him for as long as I could. And I just wanted skin to skin. Like, I just went right back to the very beginning. And we came into this world with the skin to skin. I just held him. I'm really sorry.
Why are you apologizing?
Because I'm getting too...
You're talking about your son, Laura.
I was just so afraid for what was happening.
Laura and Tom drove home to Pennsylvania, shattered. They stayed with Tom's parents, Bill and Leslie Imschweiler.
What's his personality like?
Very easygoing, very easygoing.
Loved pretty much by everybody.
Tom had never been in trouble before. After all, he was the son of a cop.
How long were you a detective for?
23 and a half years.
Now, an officer was on his doorstep.
Next thing you know, knock on the door.
Right here.
Right here. I opened the door and I said, "What's up?" And the trooper said, "We have an arrest warrant for Tom." I said, "What?"
I'm trying to process what just happened. My son just died. Tom's being arrested, taken away from me.
Just days earlier, her husband was gently playing with their new son on the beach. Now he was being arrested for killing him. That's when Tom's mother crumbled, collapsing under a secret that she hadn't thought was important until now.
It was out of the blue. His mom breaking down, like falling to my feet, begging me for forgiveness.
It was about that healing rib fracture that doctors saw as a sign of abuse. Leslie said she thought she knew how it really happened. A couple of months earlier, she'd taken Franklin for a drive to help him sleep, but she hadn't buckled him in the car seat.
I braked, and he flew forward, and he hit, and that's when he did his ribs in, and I never told them because I thought he was fine. I didn't want to worry him.
She blamed herself for everything.
I just feel so guilty. It is so upsetting.
Prosecutors pressed forward. Tom's bail was set at nearly $3 million. Family and friends rallied behind him, putting up 14 homes as collateral to bail him out. Just by a show of hands, how many people on these boxes put their houses up on his behalf? Wow.
We put two houses up. It wasn't even a question that there was any risk to our properties. It was a no-brainer.
Tom's attorney began preparing for trial. He wanted a second opinion about why Franklin died. He turned to Dr. Mary Gilliland.
Roughly how many autopsies have you conducted?
Total about 8,000.
Dr. Gilliland is a retired forensic pathologist from North Carolina. She reviewed Franklin's medical records.
He died as the result of not having enough oxygen when he was face down in a pillow, and that caused brain injury.
Obviously, shaking a baby can lead to catastrophic injuries. But Dr. Gilliland disagreed with the official ruling of homicide. She believes Franklin suffocated, and that lack of oxygen caused the same symptoms that doctors saw as abuse. Dr. Gilliland believes it was a tragic accident. The medical examiner who conducted the autopsy declined to comment.
How certain do you feel that Tom Imschweiler is actually an innocent man?
I'm convinced.
The debate over shaken baby syndrome is only growing. According to the National Registry of Exonerations, 40 people where a shaken baby diagnosis contributed to their convictions have been cleared, 23 just in the past decade. How many more are there? No one knows. Shaken baby convictions are not tracked across the country. Dr. Gilliland thinks the Imschweiler's case is another miscarriage of justice.
You did all this pro bono.
Yes.
You don't know them.
That's right.
And you were willing to put your entire reputation on the line and get on the stand and say that's an innocent man.
Yes.
But that never happened.
No.
That's because Tom never went to trial. Prosecutors offered him a deal called an Alford plea. A defendant can maintain innocence while pleading guilty to a crime, even murder. For Tom, the plea deal meant an excruciating choice. Either face a jury and risk a life sentence, or accept the plea and serve 5 years. Tom took the deal. We contacted the Currituck District Attorney, who wasn't yet elected when Franklin died. He told us he would have preferred the case went to trial for a jury to decide, but stands by the plea deal. He also said, as prosecutors, we are the ones that speak for those that have no one to speak for them. Evidently, no one is speaking for that child, and we are more than willing to do so.
Did you hurt him?
No. Not even a little bit. This is Tom Imschweiler, now behind bars serving his sentence. I spoke with him at the North Carolina prison where he's doing his time. He says he'll never forget seeing his lifeless son on the couch.
Take me right to that moment. What happened?
He was like, fussing. I put him in the corner of the couch with the one pillow there, and I go into the kitchen to make a bottle, prep some new formula, come back, and that's when I see his face in the pillow.
Tom insists he's telling the truth.
As my lawyer always told me, he's like, Tom, we could win this 8, 9 out of 10 times. If you lose this, you'll be locked up for the rest of your life.
By then, Laura was pregnant with their second child, a daughter.
I wasn't willing to risk never being a father, never being a husband to her, and so I took the plea deal.
People will be watching this, and they are going to say, I would never take a plea that I had anything to do with my child's death if I was innocent. He must have done something.
Everyone is entitled to their opinion. I know my heart, and I know my family and my wife, who I am, and who I am to Franklin, who I still love and will cherish the rest of my life with, even after death.
Tom is now 4.5 years into his sentence. He's due to be released this summer.
And what happens when Tom comes home next August?
I think it's the start of healing and grieving. I'm ready for him to come home.
How do you feel about Laura?
I love her to death. And what she's done for me, through everything these past 4 years. I truly believe I don't think anyone would do what she's done for me.
Dan is joining us now. Dan, so many just striking moments and elements in that story, one of them being that shaken baby syndrome diagnoses and criminal convictions related to them are not tracked. There is no national tracking on that, right? And so I know one of the things that stood out to you is that when you started reporting on this, you heard from a number of people whose lives have been affected by this.
I have. One of the things that's so striking about this is that when I started pulling at the thread a little bit here, I realized how widespread this problem is. And what's interesting is that this is not just a medical issue anymore. Obviously, people should not shake their baby, and it could cause catastrophic damage, but this is no longer just a medical debate. This is now also a legal issue. New Jersey highest court became the first court in the country just last month to rule that shaken baby syndrome testimony from experts is unreliable. So that's a development that's now changing across the country. And tomorrow night, we are going to continue this series. We have another story that's stunning. You'll meet a man who was convicted of killing his child 25 years ago. He's been in prison with a life sentence. And even the prosecutor and the medical examiner who ruled the death a homicide says he's innocent, but still, he can't get out of prison. He's still there.
We thank you for watching, and remember, stay updated on breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or watch live on our YouTube channel.